Hello, this is Pearl, and today I'm going to be reading Little Pilgrim's Progress, Christiana, Chapter 55, The First Trouble. The children were not far from the wicket gate when they saw two boys coming toward them. These boys were much taller than Matthew. Their clothes were of bright-colored velvet, and they wore caps with little plumes fastened at the side. "They must be princes," said little Joseph. "Has the king sent them to meet us?" "I don't think the king's servants are ever dressed so gaily," replied Christiana. "And I am sure they cannot be princes from the celestial city, for their faces are bad and ugly. Let us walk quickly and take no notice of them." The boys were laughing and talking together, and when Christiana and the children came near to them, they stood in the middle of the path and would not allow the little pilgrims to pass by. Matthew and his brothers were frightened, and Christiana scarcely knew what to do. "We have no money to give you," she said. "We are quite poor children, and we are going to the king's city." The tallest boy seized Christiana's hand, and his companion caught hold of Mercy. "Don't be frightened," they said. "We don't want your money, and we are not going to hurt you. You are two very pretty little girls, and you shall stay and talk to us for a while." "We cannot," said Christiana. "We have no time to spare. Please let us go on." "Oh, that is all nonsense," replied the boys. "We shall not let you waste a lovely day like this in traveling. You need not pretend you will not stay with us, because we shall make you." Perhaps, if Matthew had not been eating the fruit from the wicked prince's garden, he would have felt braced, and would at least have tried to defend his sisters and Mercy. But I am sorry to say, he only stood trembling with fear. And when James and Joseph saw this, they were frightened also, and clung closely to him. Christiana and Mercy saw that they would not be able to get safely away from these two boys, so they cried out for help. And as they were not very far from the gate, Goodwill heard them, and sent a man at once to see what had happened. The man ran quickly, and soon overtook the children. As he drew near, he called to the boys, saying, "What are you doing? How is it that you dare to hinder the king's pilgrims?" When the boys heard the man's voice, they let Christiana and Mercy go free and hurried to the wall. They climbed it as fast as they could, and dropped over into the wicked prince's garden. The children were very glad to see them disappear, and Christiana began to thank the man for his kindness in coming to help them. "You need not thank me," he said, "but it is not well for little girls to travel alone. I was surprised that you did not ask Goodwill to send a guide with you. Your brothers are not old enough to be of much use." Poor Matthew hung his head when he heard this, and felt sadly ashamed of himself. He had intended to be so very brave, and he knew that he had acted like a coward. "We never thought about the danger," said Christiana, "or that we should need a guide. I wish we had asked for one. Why did not Goodwill send someone with us if he knew that it was not safe for us to be alone?" "The king does not allow him to send guides unless the pilgrims wish for them," replied the man. "Perhaps we had better turn back again," said Christiana, "and tell Goodwill that we are sorry." "No, you must not turn back. I will take a message to him, and when you come to the house of the interpreter, you can ask for a guide there." "Oh," cried Mercy when the man had left them, "I thought we should never have any trouble again." "You did not know," said Christiana, "but I did, and I ought to have remembered that we are girls, and not able to take care of ourselves as well as little Christian was." Thank you for listening.